Hello friends. In previous class we have discussed about the conductance, that is the part of electrochemistry. Now in this class we will discuss about conductivity. Its definition is formula, types of conductance, molar conductivity and equivalent conductivity. Now before the starting of conductivity, we are going to just discuss types of conductance. Types of conductance. As we know that there are two types of conductors, metallic conductor and electrolytic conductor. So in the same way, the conductance will be have two parts. There are two parts of conductance. First is metallic conductance and second is electrolytic conductance. Metallic conductance belongs to metals, and in metals the charge carrier is electrons. So we can say the electrons are responsible for the charge carrier in the metallic conductors. In the electrolytic conductance, important thing is that electrolytes. So when an electrolyte pass the current either in the aqueous solution or its molten state, that is known as electrolytic conductance. So it belongs to electrolyte, and second, the charge carrier in the electrolyte, that is ions. So this is the basic concept of metallic conductance and electrolytic conductance. Now the question arises, on which factors these two types of conductance depends. The metallic conductance depends on basically three factors. First, nature of metal. Second is valence electron in the metal, and third, density of the metal. So the metallic conductance depends on these three factors: nature of metal, valence electron in the metal and density of the metal. Now first, nature of metal means the metal is more reactive or less reactive. If metal is more reactive, the general observation is that metallic conductance will be more there. Valence electron in the metal. When a metal have more number of valence electron, that will be show more metallic conductance. And the last, the density of the metal. As soon as the density of the metal increases, the hardness increases in the metal, and due to the hardness, the metallic conductance decreases. So these are the three factors on which metallic conductance depends. The second type is electrolytic conductance. The electrolytic conductance depends on various factors, like first, nature of electrolyte. Second, nature of solvent. Third, solvation of ions. Fourth, viscosity. and fifth, temperature. Like the electrolytic conductance, metallic conductance also depends on temperature. So these are the factors which affect electrolytic conductance. First, nature of electrolyte means there are two types of electrolytes, strong and weak electrolyte. Strong electrolyte means those electrolytes which completely ionize. Obviously, the strong electrolyte have more electrolytic conductance and the weak electrolyte have less electrolytic conductance due to ionization process. Nature of solvent. Solvents generally are two types, polar and non-polar solvents. The polar solvent increases the electrolytic conductance because they are matched with the solute particles or electrolyte. So if we dissolve an electrolyte in a polar solvent, the electrolytic conductance will be more as comparison to that case where the electrolyte dissolved in the non-polar solvent. Solvation of ions. Solvation of ions means when the ion interact with the solvent molecules, and when the interaction is greater, obviously the speed of the ions will be less. So when the speed of the ions will be less, electrolytic conductance will be low. Viscosity of solvent. Same thing, viscosity, that is the internal resistance by the layer of a liquid in the flow. That is known as viscosity. Obviously, if a solvent is more viscous, the speed of the ions will be low. So, the electrolytic conductance will be decreased in the more viscous solvent. The last, that is temperature. The last factor we have just included in the metallic conductance also. This is a very significant factor which affect both the types of conductance. With increase in the temperature, the metallic conductance decreases, but the electrolytic conductance increases. When we increase the temperature in the metals, we know that metals generally are solid and their constant particles are closely packed to each other. So there is a very less space between them. So as soon as the temperature increases, they start to vibrate. Due to the vibration motion in the solid particles of metals, they feel an obstacle in the flow of electrons. So the flow of electrons disturb, and due to the disturbance in the flow of electron, the metallic conductance decreases. But in the case of electrolytic conductance, when the temperature increases, the deassociation of electrolyte increases, or we can say ionization of electrolyte increases. So by the increase of temperature, the electrolytic conductance increases and the metallic conductance decreases. So this is the concept of types of conductance, their meaning and the factors which are affected by the various types of factors there. Now, after the discussion about conductivity, conductance, molar conductivity, equivalent conductivity, okay, infinite conductivity. Now, the next thing is that effect of concentration on conductivity and molar conductivity. Effect of concentration on conductivity and molar conductivity means what happened when we made a change in the concentration on conductivity as well as lambda m. Now the first case, that is when concentration increases The first case, when concentration increases. Now, the first part, what happened with the conductivity when concentration increases? We know that when the concentration increases, it means the number of ions increases normally. So, when the number of ions increases, the conductivity will be increase. Just for an example, suppose we have two solutions of 1 centimeter cube. In the first case, the concentration is 1 molar. In the second case, volume is same 1 centimeter cube, but the concentration is 2 molar. Means, further explanation, suppose here is a AB electrolyte with 1 mole, so it will be converted into 1 mole of A plus and 1 mole of B minus in this volume. But if we increase the number of moles of AB, it will be here 2AB, so it will deassociate into 2 moles of A and 2 moles of B. We are clearly observed that when we increase the concentration, increase the number of moles, the number of ions increases, and when the number of ions increases per centimeter cube volume, conductivity will be increased. So, always when the concentration increases, conductivity increase due to increase in the number of ions. But in the second case of this concentration increases, which belongs to lambda m. Lambda m. We have already derived a relation. Lambda m is equals to kappa into 1000 upon C. You can clearly observe that lambda m is inversely proportional to the concentration. So, when the concentration increases, lambda m will be decreases. So, in all the cases when the concentration increase, lambda m will be decrease. Lambda m will be decrease. This is the concept. When concentration increases, conductivity increase and lambda m decrease. Why lambda m decrease? As per this relation, lambda is inversely proportional to concentration. So, lambda m will be decrease. In the deep concept, we can correlate this concentration with again the number of ions. As soon as the number of ions increases in the solution, the attraction between the oppositely charged particle increases. Means there is a greater attraction between A plus and B minus when we increase the concentration. So, when there is a greater attraction, their speed will be slow, and when the speed is slow, conductivity means molar conductivity will be low. So, in the case when we increase the when we increase the concentration, lambda m will be decrease. But in the case of conductivity, it will be increase. This is the first case when concentration increases. Now, the second case when the concentration decreases. When the concentration decrease. When concentration decrease. When concentration decreases, again first case is kappa, conductivity. When the concentration decreases, the number of ions decrease per centimeter cube volume. So, conductivity decreases when we increase the concentration. And in the second case, lambda m increases when concentration decrease. Concentration decrease means dilution. So when the dilution more, it will be here kappa into 1000 upon C. So when we decrease the concentration, lambda m will be increase. This is the concept of effect of concentration or conductivity and molar conductivity. One more thing, before that we have discussed that when the concentration increases, we have mentioned conductivity increases, okay. But in some of the references, when we increase the concentration, the line has been mentioned there, both conductivity and molar conductivity decreases. The reason for that is that the conductivity is dealing for the entire solution. So for the entire solution, when we consider the entire solution for conductivity, the number of ions increases and attraction between them also increases. So in NCERT or particular in the some of the cases, the line has been mentioned that when the concentration increases, both conductivity and molar conductivity decreases. The reason is that on that place they are considering the conductivity of the entire solution, not for 1 centimeter cube. So in some of the places, maybe you observe, maybe you found that the conductivity also decreases when we increase the concentration, and the reason is that reference belongs to the conductivity of entire solution, not of 1 centimeter cube. So both the statements are correct, but if you found that the conductivity of solution decreases when we increase the concentration, it means that author or that reference belongs to the conductivity of entire volume, entire solution. So this is the effect of concentration on conductivity and molar conductivity. Now after the explanation of conductivity, the next thing is molar conductivity. The symbol of molar conductivity is lambda m. Okay. And as you know that this molar word belongs to molarity, and molarity you know very well, the number of moles present in 1 liter solution, that is known as molarity. So in simple way we can say the conductivity of one molar solution of an electrolyte So this is the definition of molar conductivity. Now the question is that how can we correlate the conductivity with the volume? In a simplified way, the conductivity is dealing with length and area also there, length and area in the terms of cell constant. So the length into area is known as volume. It means if there is a 1 centimeter length and 1 centimeter square cross sectional area, its volume will be 1 centimeter cube. So in the nutshell, we can understand that the conductivity is the conductance of 1 centimeter cube volume. 1 centimeter cube volume conductance. Conductivity is the conductance of 1 centimeter cube volume in the terms of volume itself. So the conductivity of 1 molar solution of an electrolyte is known as molar conductivity. Now, then how can we derive the relation between molar conductivity and conductivity? Remember one thing, the conductivity is the conductance of 1 centimeter cube volume. We have already explained. And if we correlate this conductivity and conductance with volume, that is known as specific conductance. Specific conductance. So when we are dealing with the 1 molar solution, it means the conductance of 1 molar solution is known as the molar conductivity, because we have already learned that the conductivity is the 1 centimeter cube conductance. So this volume conductance is known as conductivity. So for lambda m, we can derive a relation lambda m is equals to kappa into volume. This is the first relation of lambda m with volume. Again, what is lambda m? Lambda m is the conductivity of 1 molar solution. And what is the conductivity? Conductivity is the conductance of 1 centimeter cube volume. So in the 1 molar, there will be a 1 liter solution, and 1 liter solution means there is a volume. So we can directly connect that lambda m is the conductivity of the entire volume. Okay. So if this solution 1 centimeter cube further diluted into 100 centimeter, or it convert into 100 centimeter cube, it means it will be the lambda m is equals to kappa into 100 centimeter cube. If we convert this 1 centimeter cube solution into 100 centimeter cube solution, in that condition the lambda m will be the conductivity of 100 centimeter cube, and we are dealing with the 1 molar. In that situation, it will be here lambda m is equals to kappa into 1000 centimeter cube. So it is the confirm that lambda m is directly proportional to volume. So how can we correlate this lambda m with the concentration? So lambda m is equals to kappa into 1000 upon C, that is concentration. That is concentration. Lambda m is equals to kappa into 1000 upon C. This is the formula of lambda m. One more thing, you will be surprised that how this relation will come here. We know that the molarity is equals to number of moles in the 1 liter volume. So if we interchange, volume will be equals to number of moles upon molarity. So number of moles will be decided by the given mass into molar mass, and when we are convert this n by V into 1000 means ml, this formula will becomes like this 1000, because n here is 1 mole. We have already explained that lambda m. So this relation will be V is equals to 1000 upon m. We have various types of concentration units. So instead of m, for the generalization we can use C. So lambda m is equals to kappa into 1000 upon C. Now what will the unit of molar conductivity? Unit of lambda m. So lambda m is equals to kappa. The unit of kappa we have already explained, that is ohm inverse centimeter inverse into 1000. There is no meaning upon C, concentration. Generally we use here moles per liter. So it will become here moles per liter. But the liter must be expressed in the terms of centimeter, because the numerator side we are using here centimeter for volume. So here will be lambda m is equals to ohm inverse centimeter inverse into 1000 upon mole per centimeter cube. When we interchange here, lambda m is equals to ohm inverse centimeter inverse and minus cube will be there centimeter square and mole inverse. This is the first unit of lambda m. In the second case, lambda m is equals to ohm inverse, that is Siemens centimeter square, and this is mole inverse. So this is the unit of lambda m. That is the formula, and this is the unit of lambda m. Like that molar conductivity, one more concept is there of the conductivity, that is known as equivalent conductivity. Equivalent conductivity. Equivalent conductivity. The symbol of equivalent conductivity is lambda EQ. Definition: the conductivity of 1 gram equivalent solution. 1 gram equivalent means when 1 gram equivalent weight of a given electrolyte dissolved in 1 liter solution, that is known as 1 gram equivalent solution. That is also known as normality. When 1 gram equivalent dissolved in a 1 liter solution, that is known as normality. So that term here use equivalent conductivity. Its symbol is lambda m. All the formula remains same like this. It will be here kappa into 1000 upon n, not m, because here we use normality. So the symbol should be here n. So the unit of this will be here Siemens centimeter square gram equivalents inverse. This is the unit of equivalent conductivity. Further, the next is limiting molar conductivity, or the other name of this conductivity is infinite molar conductivity. The infinite molar conductivity symbol is lambda infinite m. Limiting molar conductivity or infinite molar conductivity. Symbol is lambda infinite m. What is the definition? The lambda m means molar conductivity when concentration approaches 0. Approaches 0. So when the concentration approaches 0, at that time the value of lambda m is known as limiting molar conductivity, which is known as lambda infinite m. So this is about the conductivity. Hello friends, in last lecture we have discussed about the types of conductance. There are two types of conductance, metallic conductance and electrolytic conductance. Now in this class we will discuss about conductivity. Conductivity. As you know that the reciprocal of resistance is known as conductance. The same thing applied here. The symbol of conductivity, that is kappa, and this kappa is known as reciprocal of resistivity. Reciprocal of resistivity. And regarding the resistivity, we have already discussed that the symbol of resistivity is rho, and it is also known as specific resistance. And how it generates, we have discussed that the resistance is directly proportional to L upon A, and when we remove the proportional symbol, there is a constant rho. So rho into L upon A, and when L is equals to 1 centimeter and A is equals to 1 centimeter square, rho is equals to resistance. In this condition, this is known as specific resistance. So the reciprocal of resistivity will be here, kappa is equals to 1 upon rho. This is the mathematical formula for conductivity. Now, when we put the value of rho here, rho will be here. Look at here, rho is equals to Ra upon L. So 1 upon rho is equals to L upon Ra. This is the second formula of resistivity. Expand this formula, it will be here 1 upon R into L upon A. The unit of kappa will be here 1 upon R, that is equals to ohm inverse, L that is centimeter, A centimeter square goes upward, it will be ohm inverse centimeter inverse. In the SI terms, ohm inverse is known as Siemens, so it will be here Siemens centimeter inverse. Further, in MK system, it will be here Siemens meter inverse. So this is the unit of conductivity. Now, further, how can we derive a relation between conductivity and conductance? Look at this formula, kappa is equals to 1 upon R into L upon A. So it will be modified like this, kappa is equals to conductance into L upon A. This is the third mathematical formula of conductivity. Again, this L by A belongs to electrodes and electrode belongs to cell. So the ratio of length of electrode and their cross sectional area is known as cell constant. So L upon A is known as cell constant and its symbol is G star. This cell constant, and the unit of cell constant will be here L upon A. So G star is equals to centimeter inverse. So further, one more relation is there, conductivity is equals to conductance into cell constant. So this is the detailed explanation about the conductivity. What is the conductivity? Reciprocal of resistivity. How this comes? Kappa is equals to 1 upon rho. When we put the formula of rho, the equation become 1 upon R into L upon A. The unit of conductivity, ohm inverse centimeter inverse, Siemens centimeter inverse, Siemens meter inverse. If you want to derive the relation between conductivity and conductance, now look at here, 1 upon R is equals to conductance, and this L upon A is known as cell constant. Its symbol is G star. So G star unit will be here centimeter inverse. So kappa is equals to conductivity is equals to conductance into cell constant. With the help of this formula, we can calculate cell constant also. So cell constant is equals to kappa upon G, conductivity upon conductance. This is the concept of conductivity. Now, some of the numericals based on this conductivity and molar conductivity concept. So we are just dealing with the problem based on conductivity and molar conductivity. And the first problem that has been given, that is Problem number 3.8. Exercise 3.8, and the problem is that the conductivity of 0.20 molar solution of potassium chloride at 298 Kelvin is 0.0248 Siemens centimeter inverse. Calculate its molar conductivity. This is the first problem which based on the conductivity. Now the conductivity of 0.20 molar solution of KCl at 298 Kelvin is 0.024 Siemens centimeter inverse. Calculate its molar conductivity. Now as usual, given conductivity of 0.20 molar means concentration has been given. Concentration is 0.20 molar and the conductivity is equals to 0.0248 Siemens centimeter inverse. What we have to find out? Lambda m. It is very easy task. We know that lambda m is equals to kappa into 1000 upon C. So put the value of kappa here. Kappa is equals to 0.0248 Siemens centimeter inverse into 1000 upon concentration. Concentration has given 0.20 mole. So it is 0.20 moles per liter. Further again, the numerator side centimeter has been given, denominator side liter. So it will be changed into like this. Lambda m is equals to 0.0248 Siemens centimeter inverse into 1000 upon 0.20 moles per centimeter cube. Now change it, calculate and find out the answer. This is the first problem. Now the second problem which based on the conductivity, that is problem number 3.9. Exercise 3.9, that is the resistance of a conductivity cell containing 0.001 molar KCl solution at 298 Kelvin is 1500 ohms. What is the cell constant? What is the cell constant if conductivity of conductivity of 0.001 molar KCl solution at 298 Kelvin is 0.146 into 10 raised to power minus 3 Siemens centimeter inverse. Again I repeat the question. The resistance of a conductivity cell containing 0.01 molar KCl solution at 298 Kelvin is 1500 ohm. What is the cell constant if conductivity of 0.01 molar KCl solution at 298 Kelvin is 0.146 into 10 raised to power minus 3 Siemens centimeter inverse. Now given concentration 0.001, resistance that is 1500 ohm, conductivity kappa is equals to 0.146 into 10 raised to power minus 3 Siemens centimeter inverse. What we have to calculate? Cell constant. We know very well the cell constant symbol is G star. So we have to calculate G star. Now conductivity has given, resistance has given, concentration has given. We have to find out cell constant. We know very well that kappa is equals to conductance into cell constant, and cell constant will be equals to kappa upon G, conductivity upon conductance. Conductivity value we have with us, but we do not have the value of conductance, but we have the value of resistance. So to calculate the conductance, it will be here 1 upon R. So 1 upon R is equals to 1 upon 1500 ohm. So calculate conductance from here. Conductivity, you have the value, put this value in this formula G star, calculate G star and write the answer with unit. So this is the second problem attached with this conductivity and molar conductivity.